This how I'm feeling inside. Every line that I ride, I just hope I don't cry. I'm just venting. Yeah, I'm just venting.
So, man, look, we want to talk about something else. And this is for our male audience.
I think it's for women too.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was about to say that.
I don't know what to say on the board.
But
No, the topic is the topic, but I think it's for the conversation for both sides.
I definitely think it covers both sides. But is marriage still the ultimate goal?
Is it?
For men.
For men.
You try to get that off of you quick, huh?
Right.
Shit, I'm married.
You ain't want to answer.
Yes. Byron.
Man, I think it is. I think overall I can't speak for men because that's like a
I
generalized
just lied
answer.
about my answer though, but
I do think for me it's still the ultimate goal. But I can honestly say, man, like it's not like honestly right now it may not be as appealing as it was 20, 25, 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
You were still in your 30s then.
Yeah, exactly. I was in my 30s. I'm not sure how old these niggas think I am. But I think people look at it different now. I think like for me, especially when I was younger, I saw marriage as being the goal because I saw people being happy, right? And I saw them in like as a married couple, I saw them being happy most of the time. My parents, like I didn't really see them arguing.
Yeah.
And if they did it behind closed doors so that the kids didn't see. Like with my aunts and my uncles, I didn't see like the disagreements and stuff, right? So I only saw like, I guess you could say like the appealing parts, right? Yeah. So it was like always hearts around them in their face, right? But then like as you start to get older, then you realize like, man, these people ain't really happy.
Yeah.
Like, and you start to see things, and kids are super intuitive, right? We you know what I'm saying?
They're stupid too.
You can tell when the energy is off. Huh?
Yeah, I said they stupid too.
Yeah, they stupid when it comes to like little stuff, but they can still
feel stuff.
They can still feel it in the room. You know what I'm saying? You can tell when the energy off. Like, so you like, what's going on with y'all? You know what I'm saying? But then you start and then you get older and older and older, and then you got friends that are married, right? And you like, damn, like
you going through that?
Y'all happy? You know what I'm saying? Like, is what y'all doing? Like man, just leave. Like, just leave, dog. You know what I'm saying? So and so then you questioning everything that you and you know what I'm saying, like all this stuff that you saw growing up. And then like at one point in my life, I remember I saw this couple and they was like, again, because you're only getting a glimpse of what their life is like. Right. But they told me that they were life partners. And I was like, damn, what's that? And they was like, oh, we're not married. We just life partners. Like, I still got my space. She still has her space.
I fuck with you. He fuck with me.
Yeah, like they rock hard for each other. But you know what I'm saying? Like, but at the end, if something goes wrong, they can kind of go back to their own space. Yeah.
So legally, they're not.
Yeah, So I think the goal has changed. It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? The finish line is a different place now. So I think the ultimate goal, like for me, yes, I still would love to be married. I want to be married. Is it like the ultimate goal for men? I can't honestly say that it is.
I think ultimate though. I mean, you know, just a goal.
It is a goal.
Is it a goal?
I think that word "a" and "the" makes a huge difference.
I think for most men, yes. But man, like, bro, some of this stuff in social media, right? Again, we talked about how it affects. Bro, some of the stuff I see men say, I question if they even actually like women anymore.
Yeah, I feel you.
I've literally seen men say.
That's why my answer was gonna be, I don't think it's the goal right now, because why? Right? Most of these guys, they're doing their own thing, been doing it for a while. You're an example of that shit. Like, you don't really need, you know
back
what I mean?
to I need one, right?
You know what I mean? So I think that's a lot of guys, and shit, from the conversations that I've had with, you know, people who aren't married right now, who's my age, shit, not many women care to be married. You know what I mean? So they kind of just doing everything without the paperwork. You know what I mean? And shit, moving on if they want to. So,
yeah. The only reason, and I like that we found that a and the make a difference.
Yeah.
It's a goal because the goal for me is, the word is legacy, but it's really family.
Yeah.
And to me, what I've seen in the world, the most solid family is a married home couple. People that are living together, working together to build, to bring up the next generation. So, like, honestly, marriage in itself is not the goal for me.
Family.
But it is part of the path to get where my goal actually is. And I understand how valuable a solid home structure could be for the next generation that I intend to bring up. So it's part of the goal, but it kind of shows itself in how I move, because I was like, yeah, I'm looking for 10 years down the line when my kids are here. It's not really like I'm so invested in this right here. Like, this is part of the path. And I don't know how much it hurts and I don't know how much it helps us moving forward. But that's where I feel like a lot of people, when they decide that marriage is a thing, it's because I want to create a family. I found somebody that I trust that I can create this family with. And it's going to show the next generation some stability.
See, your marriage, like, it's a little, like, different, right?
Yeah.
It's marriage.
Yeah.
Like, as far as me, like, it's family. Because we got
Yeah.
the kids involved and everything. Like, you know, so I commend you on just the marriage, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just, that's got to be rough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, through rough days in marriage, and you let's say you may want to walk away or whatever, like, you think about the family.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you make this shit work for the family.
And you got daily inspiration when you walk in the door.
Yeah. People that's making it work just for the marriage, shit, boy, you strong. Listen.
I appreciate that, brother.
I wasn't saying you, but you know what I mean?
I heard you, though.
You know, and I have friends like that. Like,
Yeah.
just the marriage itself, that shit is tough.
Yeah.
Especially when you ain't got nothing else to really just, you know what I mean? Like,
No other
keep it up,
ties but saying I'm here.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but the love. So, you know what I mean? Like, you can have the love, but the family of it all, man, that shit is a beautiful thing.
And that's why I feel like the goal is legacy family.
Yeah.
But a goal in that is marriage, because I feel like that's part of the stability of the legacy.
Yeah, yeah.
So do you think, like, honestly, I know your parents are still together.
Mm-hmm.
Your parents are not
Divorced,
together, but
yeah.
they both have remarried, right?
They're both in relationships.
Okay, they're both in
Yeah.
relationships. Oh, my bad.
Dang.
Yeah. But so do you think that played a part in how you view marriage?
Now?
Yeah, like, or even as a, like, yeah, I guess you say now, because as a kid, I think you saw it a little
Their
different.
situations now I don't think affect, but I think because I spent so many years with the vision of marriage and stability, I think they were married for 28 years. I think that has an effect on me in the sense that I saw how impactful it was for my life. And I want to be able to give that to my son, my daughter that come behind me. Now, what happened when they got to a point where their son and daughter were out the house or doing their own thing, that's a road I'm going to have to talk to them about and learn from them about, because that's different. And that's where a lot of people that they talk about marriage and transition, one of the transitions is empty nest. Now it's just us again. Like, how do you maneuver that
Like,
way?
do we even like each other enough?
Right, yeah. We spent so many years working for the family. Are we even mentally here for each other now?
But see, within that family, you have to find the love also. But I'm talking about the, you know what I mean? Like I said, the tough times, the toughest times.
Like,
family
knowing
helps.
that like you don't necessarily
Marriage helps.
Like, you
Yeah.
don't necessarily
Yeah.
like each other,
Yeah, the
but you
marriage.
love each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
But that's what I was
think-
talking about, that polarization. Like,
Yeah.
I still want to be attracted to you because
Yeah,
I love you. I
yeah,
signed up for this. I'm going to show up. I'm going to do my job. But you're going to feel when I'm not polarized or magnetized to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
and that affects women or people a lot.
So do you think for you? Do you think it was like? Do you think that was something that affected you, like seeing your parents together?
Hell
like,
yeah.
did it make you say, I want that?
Hell yes. I know that's the only thing, because like you can ask any of my friends. I got a friend in Florida. We knew B was gonna get married first, like, cause that's just, it's me. It's what I wanted. I wanted the family, right? Like, cause I thought about how our family was, and it wasn't mama who, she gonna, it wasn't welfare all the time, but you know what I mean?
She gonna be watching.
Exactly.
She gonna call you.
What I mean?
Slap this shit.
Pause.
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah, exactly. But I saw what we were able to do with what we had, right?
Yeah.
And it was cool. We had a cool little upbringing when it was cool. And so I saw that, and my whole time thinking like, man, I'm about to get a family, and we gonna be doper than this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, hell yeah, seeing that is definitely what made me want that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
That's cool.
What about you? I know your parents divorced earlier in your life.
I think, I think we had a talk, like how it affected me in other ways.
Yeah.
So I think it did. I think it definitely played a part in me not getting married earlier in life. I think I looked at it like, hey man, this shit could fall apart at any time. Like, a person that you love could not want to be there. You know what I'm saying? I saw successful marriages.
Right.
I saw love, and I saw what it was supposed to look like. And even when my parents weren't together, my father was a part of my life. It wasn't like, I'm not like one of them people like, oh, I never knew what my dad was, no shit like that. Like, my father still, like, we did like real TV dad shit. Like, hey, go get your bike. We're gonna ride around on bikes. You know what I'm saying? Like, we did, and it wasn't just sports. You know what I mean? But in my mind, I still felt abandoned.
Yeah.
Like, I still had moments where I felt like even as an adult, I think back and it'd be shit that I'd be doing in my everyday life, and I'd be like, I should have got this from my dad, but I had to learn it off YouTube, or I had to learn it. I had to learn it from I had to learn it from my barber. You know what I'm saying? You see TV kid like learning how to shave.
Yeah.
And you like, man, my dad didn't teach me. Yeah. So I didn't get that. I didn't get those parts of my life from him. So I think those parts affected me mentally, and I didn't know it. And then when I got old enough where it did start to affect me, I took it out on my mom more than anything else. So I think the effects of it were definitely there. I may not have even realized it.
Yeah.
But I think it affected me at the time, like around the time when B was settling down and like, hey, like, let's get married. I was like, what we doing tonight?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like what's going on tonight? But yeah, I honestly saw what good love looked like. I saw what love was supposed to look like. So I understand what it is, and I know it's there. But it's just like, man, like bringing it all together, I think.
Yeah.
And I think for me, honestly, it's probably best that I didn't rush into it or get into it when I was young like that, because it would have fallen apart. Because I didn't even know myself well enough to realize that those things did affect me.
Yeah.
To have to bring somebody else into it, it didn't affect them.
I think it's so big for us to take time, especially, and normally there's a signification of leaving college, going into the world, but at some point, taking time to really learn who you are and how things in your past have affected you, so you don't bring that whatever negative that may be hidden in your current state into another relationship.
Exactly.
So you all are able to grow, because there's some stuff I'm finding out about myself now that I really wish I would have known before I got married. Now I'm trying to hash it out.
But I've also noticed that, like when you were saying, like around the time I was settling down or trying to, get married or whatever, the people who didn't get in early are struggling to find relationships now.
I think you're getting a habit of yourself.
Yeah. You get to a place where you like, I figured this out.
Yeah.
Like the stuff, like I was watching I watched a clip from a podcast where this lady was telling all the things that a woman brought to a house to make it a home. Mm-hmm. And the dude was like, I could pay somebody to do that. She was like, I cook, I clean. He was like, I can hire a chef, I can hire a maid. What else you bring?
Yeah.
You You know what I'm saying? So, and I think people start naming all these tangible things that they bring to this table.
Yeah.
When really what you're looking for is companionship and love.
Bro, that's it.
Like
somebody I can have fun with, somebody I can trust with, somebody I can grow with.
Because
I'm gonna change.
And I remember like,
but I can cry to that. Don't judge me.
Don't give me my space to be as vulnerable as I need to be.
Yeah.
Right. So I think all those things play a part, and people don't even realize that that's what they're actually looking for. They start talking about this table and money and like cooking and cleaning, bro. Like to me, as a male adult, you should be able to do all that shit by yourself, anyways.
And I've already defined how important it is to me.
Exactly.
So like I got a level. If I have a level of cleanliness and you want to do more, that's really on you.
That's
because I know
that's
I'm
amazing.
gonna make my area clean.
Like, bro, like at this point in my life, honestly, if I got married, I'm still gonna wash my own clothes, like because that's what's been happening for the last 25 years. Yeah. So that's still gonna happen. Yeah. So when you get into this, like, bro, I just need you to be like a super dope companion.
Yeah.
Just show me the love that I actually need, right? Do those things and we move forward. And I think that's why, because when you find that, then it's like, damn, do I need some paperwork for that?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why.
Is that going to change anything?
That's why you start to see the shakeup of the goal being marriage.
Yeah.
Versus just finding that love that you need. I think the marriage part of it can possibly keep you there.
Yeah.
But do you want to just stay there because you're married?
You're to see the paper?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Let me ask y'all this: we 112 in. Y'all want to dive into the last piece?
Might as well.
That's what I was about to. I was actually about to say the same thing.
You want to hold it?
Because that's gonna take us to 2
hours.
Ooh, boy, that's
we can cut it
right there.
We can cut it.
That's gonna take us to 2 hours.
All right. So now you gotta no. So you gotta drop your word today.
I got you. Yeah, I probably looked it up already because I told you earlier.
Yeah, I ain't really hear y'all wouldn't pay you no mind.
All right, cool. That's good. All right, so the word.
Hold up. I really appreciate your perspective on that because you are different than both of us. I appreciate the way, one, that coming from parents that separated early, but then also living a life where you've been single for majority of your adult life. That's a perspective that I'm not necessarily able to think through on my own. So I appreciate that.
I was going to say that after we finished, like, for you to have been by yourself this whole time and still want to, that's major.
Man.
So honestly, man, it can get tough, like just being for real.
Yeah.
Because you especially as we get older, right? When you're in your 20s, like, and that was one of the effects, like you become promiscuous because you don't trust like you should. Yeah. So you kind of just letting people in, right? Yeah. But you letting them in only at arm's length because you still don't trust, right? So then when you start to let people in, you're like, all right, cool, this is working, and then it don't work. Then you like, see, I knew. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So
I get that,
like
for sure.
the reason I'm able to even communicate it like this is because I got older and realized how it left me. You know what I'm saying?
Do you need a little bit of ignorance to get married?
I think there has to be I think what's the word I'm looking for? I think love.
I saw you thinking through it.
I think it's. I don't want to say. I think there is a certain amount of ignorance because ignorance is bliss, right? So I think because you just don't know, it's like,
yeah.
Hey, let's do it. And then you again, like, because I started to notice it through other people's, and I, you try not to judge how yours would be based on theirs, right? So because you still want to leave yourself open to your possibilities,
yeah.
And you don't want to go into it like, see, I knew this shit was gonna happen. I saw this with my boy, and now you might as well pack your shit and go.
But I will say that you are more prepared for scenarios to go down because you've talked to and heard from other people. Yeah, because that's one thing that I actually didn't like about older people telling me about marriage. They would say it's hard, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, hard shit is happening in my life all the time, but tell me why it's hard. Tell me what was hard. Tell me how you got through it, because that's a different conversation, a different perspective to say, oh, we overcame infidelity. Oh, this actually happened, and we had to spend a year and a half to rebuild, and what I had to do to actually rebuild to reconcile.
Exactly.
Not just
they just say it's hard, but they ain't tell you
Yeah,
they slept in two
exactly.
different rooms
for
a
10
year.
years. Yeah,
Exactly.
Like,
So I think gathering perspectives is, I think that's good, but it can also be damaging.
It could be.
It can be damaging. You know what I'm saying? So I think like
that shit can make you not even want to do it.
right, we always talk about our toolbox, right?
Yeah.
So you just take what you want from those
Exactly.
things,
Yeah.
and you just like, you know what? I'm glad you said the talking part, because I heard the talking part a lot, and I realized that's, the communication is a big thing, right?
Yeah.
So I also realized that I can't let my day end with us being pissed at each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should have.
sound good.
We
was about to say, that's a myth.
we should, but
no, I feel
you
you.
should be making steps toward it at
Shit,
least.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be like, fuck you, bitch, and then she go to sleep. Like that's the last thing y'all said
But
to
you
each
wake
other.
up okay though. So
But look, sometimes me, like, us get into it, and then me going off and being just in my own space is actually steps towards reconciliation, because it gives me a chance to
Right.
really see what I did, what I said,
Right.
how it affected it, and where I'm actually trying to get to.
And now is a different time. So the toolbox, right? So I know I shouldn't let that happen. I should, even if I just shoot her a text from another room.
I'm thinking through this right
Yeah,
now.
like something you gotta let
still
something
love
be
you.
known, because if not, then it lets things fester.
I'm learning.
And
I'm learning.
the last thing you want, and this is me, right? I'm not speaking for anybody else. The last thing I want to do is have to imagine or figure this shit out by myself. You know what I'm saying? Because then I can put whatever narrative on it that I want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's the communication part of it.
Yeah.
So
100%.
but hey, man, that was a good talk.
It was,
Oh,
bro.
That was a good talk.
I'm glad you brought it back around. 'Cause that definitely wasn't done. God damn.
Yeah.
This how I'm feeling inside. Every line that I ride, I just hope I don't